And welcome to Iconic Brands. In this edition I'm near Warwick, a place called Long Itchington. I'm at the Long Itch Diner. This place is quite interesting actually because it's got quite an American feel about it. I thought I'd come and have a look around. Fantastic looking American left-hand drive car. Awesome. Paint job as well. Just fantastic. Very nice, mate. Let's meet some of the people here and try and find out what a classic car means to them. Before exploring the classic car American and British mix that we've got here. Now this is Charlotte and she's got a Ford Puma. What year is it, Charlotte? What year is it?
It's 1999, August 99.
It's a V reg, it's on a V plate.
Yeah.
And do you consider it a classic car or not, Charlotte?
I definitely think it's an up-and-coming classic.
I would say that's right, yeah.
Obviously, they didn't make many Pumas. They only made them between 97 and 2002. And there are those fantastic cars to drive. I do think they've always been collectible. I think they're more and more collectible now. And people that know. And I get a lot of people, including young people, actually do make comment about the car. I use it every day. I only work fairly local to where I live, and this car has only got about 47,000 miles on it. Brilliant car. What I always do is refer people to YouTube to watch the Top Gear specials.
Have you had the car long, Charlotte?
I've had it, this car 5 years now.
Would you say that the price of these cars has gone up or down in the last couple of years, Charlotte, or just recently?
I think it's probably fairly stable. I mean, I've seen or heard of them going for big money, but they're racing ones. But I don't know. I think sometimes when I see them being sold, I'm surprised. I think the price is lower than I'd expect it to be. For the world we live in now, it's a funny old world, you know, with the cost of living and I don't know, just everything. And so that may be affecting it really. Yeah, I think they sort of just about hold their own. Yeah,
Fords are particularly good on that. Well, thanks, Charlotte. I'll just let's have a look at your car now. Well done.
Nice to meet you.
Take care.
Good to meet you.
What is your definition of a classic car?
Well, I suppose really it's age, old cars, but there's also what you call your retro classic cars, like 70s, you know, and even 80s now, which are all coming very collectible.
So you would say 30 plus years, 40?
Yeah.
Or older?
Yeah.
40 years old? According to the tax office, 40 years old is historic, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'd go along with that one.
Yeah.
Now you've been a lot younger, which is interesting. What would you call a classic car?
So probably 80s, like where you cut it for the classics, like.
Yeah. What's your favourite car? What you'd like to own? Yourself?
32 hot rods.
Oh, the hot rods,
Yeah,
just
like
like you.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a pleasure meeting you. So I know you've got a hot rod of your own. And yes, we've all got our little passions, haven't we? It's been great meeting you both, and thanks for your insight and your idea of a classic car. Kevin?
Yeah.
If only we'd have kept the cars we used to own, eh?
Absolutely, they'd have been well off now.
This is Linda, and would you say you're a classic car widow? Do you mind? I mean,
No, I join in. I'm more encouraging, I think.
You join in with
yeah.
Kevin and Isaac, we've just met, and Isaac's your grandson.
He is.
And so, and you're into hot rods and stuff like that. And so it's Americana you're into, really, isn't it?
Yeah,
That style of car,
yeah.
The Hot Rod family.
Yeah.
Thank you. This event is called the Butty Run, with butty meaning sandwich. The idea being to all meet up, eat a butty with a cup of tea, of course. An interesting blend of British cars, European cars and American. Of course, the American brand Ford, a very popular one here. Whether some of these cars are true classics is subjective. But does it really matter? As long as you're enjoying meeting and enjoying the ownership. Of course, a lot of these cars are left-hand drive. I'd be a little bit worried driving them because we drive on the opposite side of the road, the right side, as I always call it. Well, this looks like somebody's passion wagon to me. It's another little piece of Americana with this Elvis. Now here's something that's definitely not American, because it's French. I can't say I've seen one of these cars before, where the back looks like the front. Please comment below if you know more about this interesting car. The fins on this Triumph Herald were American influenced at the time. This truly is a local car, built at Canley in Coventry, Warwickshire. Michelotti designed. Car of the late 60s and early 70s. A reasonably priced, practical classic. Here's another local car. This one built in Oxfordshire, MG. There's also a big motorcycle presence at this event. Let's have a chat to the owner of this Honda Cub. There has been over 100 million of these produced in the world.
You bought it 12,000 miles. I've been crashed by, I got T-boned by a Golf on it. Picked it up, rode myself off to the hospital. I've crashed into a ditch. Beautiful. The starter motor went, but put it in gear, pull up on the wheel, and it just ran for a good few weeks. I'll replace the starter motor. Back brake seized up. That was fine, just easy to repair. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Well, they're still made in Japan, these bikes.
These ones are made in Thailand.
Right. Well, have fun. While these guys are enjoying their butties, that one looks like an Anglia to me. What I've learnt today is that there's no specific type of classic car owner. Whether you own an MGF or a Porsche, a Honda moped or a big Harley Davidson or the locally built Triumph motorbike. In an ideal world, of course, money shouldn't come into it. It should be all about pleasure and owning something that you've always wanted. These cars really are rolling art. Just look at the doors on this one. They open from the middle outwards. Really must be the owner's pride and joy. As of all of these cars, must be. I've found talking to people at these events, there's basically two types of classic car owner. And most of them fall into the first category, which people just enjoy what they've got and don't worry about or see it as some kind of investment. It's more of a social gathering and owning a piece of nostalgia. The second category of classic car owner is the ones that do see it as a lucrative investment opportunity. A lot of owners would fall into both camps. If you enjoy driving left-hand drive cars, then that's great for you. With the overriding factor, they're all having fun, no matter what you drive, ride or whatever. And with the prices the way they are now, it's a great time to buy. This left-hand drive console is known as the Ice Queen. I mean, just look at the care that somebody's took undersealing this car in white to match the body colour. Again, a very American-styled car with the column shift and a tiger's tail. People I've spoke to at these events, some of them are worried about the future of classic cars and what the UK government intend to do with internal combustion engines. which could be banned. UK government say the historic and classic motor industry contributes £8.7 billion to the UK economy, which represents 2% of GDP. According to the Federation of British and Historic Vehicle Clubs, from the green perspective, classic cars are driven an average of 1,200 miles a year. This equates to 1/6 of the emissions of a conventional vehicle. Bearing all these figures in mind, I don't think these vehicles will be banned, and there's nothing to worry about. What is divisive in the classic car community is clarification on what exactly a classic car is, with many people and owners saying different things. Do you think this American vehicle is a classic car? By virtue of the fact it's rare in the UK. Of course this car is a classic car, because it would be registered as an historic vehicle with the government. However, a lot of the other American cars here are a lot newer and do not qualify for tax exemption, but owners still consider them to be classic vehicles. This is an area of classic cars that needs to be clarified, because this has caused division in the classic car community. In the meantime, let's just enjoy the cars. Look at this left-hand drive Corvette. What a beauty. It really has been a rewarding experience coming here today and meeting and chatting to some of the owners of these cars and sharing with you some of their concerns. We're all waiting for the government's next move, and my guess is it'll be something to do with tax. Here's a British car, again with American influence, the Vauxhall. Another Warwickshire built car, the Range Rover, which also sells very well in America. A piece of America in Warwickshire, England. Some of you may be wondering how I got here today. Don't be fooled by the Harley Davidson helmet. Jihan, the Honda Cub. Please comment below and tell me what your thoughts are on this subject. You can also follow me on Iconic Brands Facebook. Please see similar videos on Iconic Brands, which can be found on the playlists. Thank you.